Welcome to Yin Yoga with a bit of acupressure massage today. Let's bring our props in so we're set up for the practice. I place one block towards the end of my mat, and then I bring my bolster in and place it across the mat. Ideally, we would sit against that bolster, but I stay seated on the side so you can see what I'm doing. Now with our props set up, let's take a moment to arrive. We're now about to take some acupressure massage. We locate those points in the soles of our feet, the kidney 1 points. They're just where the ball of the foot comes into the inner arch, somewhere between the big and the second toe. So feel free to gently massage and explore as you have those legs in that diamond shape. Now I start to explore and also massage that inner arch of the foot, feeling into the texture of the tissues. The soles of the feet carry a weight all day. They are in contact with the ground, the earth underneath. So this kidney 1 point is the first point on the kidney meridian, which is also called bubbling spring because it also is that first contact point of our bodies with the earth. I'm going to press into those points now and stay here for a bit, knowing that massaging or stimulating those points draws all excess energy from the head down towards the ground. All right, we release that. And I show you now the next point here on my left foot, kidney 3. This is located between your inner ankle and the Achilles tendon. This point can also be accessed with those legs in that diamond shape, and you gently press your thumbs into that area. Now the kidneys are the storehouse of our energy, our chi, and pressing those points is helping to tonify the body's fundamental energy, and it's also calming for the mind. One last breath here. Then we flick that off. And we'll recline over that bolster. So the bolster will catch just underneath the shoulder blades so that the head can rest on top of that block and the arms can open to the side. And allowing yourself to rest back over that support. The legs can stay in that diamond shape or that butterfly shape if you like. But for some of you, it might feel better to bend the knees and have the soles of the feet down on the ground or lengthen the legs out. Let the weight of the day fall away now, knowing that you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to take some time to refill yours. And that is what we're doing right here. So this is a deliberate practice of returning to your center. Permission to hit pause and be. Slowly, we over to one side, making our way up. And I will just scoot here onto my bolster. So the sit bones are down on the bolster, the feet are shoulder width apart, coming into a supported squat. Now feel free to place the palms to touch at the heart, or some of you place the hands down onto the mat, allowing that spine to gently round forward. The head might rest forward. And we just take a few rounds of breath here as we now come into those inner seams of the legs. We then transition already. We lift the seat up now and allow that whole upper body to pour forward. The head is heavy, hanging like a drop of water. Shoulders are relaxed. The arms either hang, dangle, or some of you might hold opposite elbows. Know that you can bend the knees as much as needed here. And with that head hanging so heavy, maybe some of the heaviness can just drip off the tip of the head here. A last round of breath. Then we will bend the knees a bit more to return to the mat, putting all the props out of the way and find your way into a tabletop position. I'm going to turn my left fingers to point back at my knee. Feel that in the inner wrist and engage in a gentle articulation of that spine. Belly sinks, heart rolls open, rounding the spine with the head hanging forward. And pause for just a moment. Lean your way to the right side and release that left hand. A little circle of that wrist, a little shake. And then we do the same for the other side. The right fingers this time point back. And you engage again in that gentle opening of the chest. And then that rounding of the spine. You can pair it with your breath. And eventually we will pause. Feel that in the inner right wrist. And then lean your weight slightly to the left. Shake that off. Now that left arm will lift up towards the heavens, and we then slide the back of that left hand underneath that right arm, all the way out until you land on outer left shoulder, left side of the head. Now I bring my right arm over my head and rest it on a block. You might as well keep that right hand on the floor or closer to your face. Now note that the hips are still high over my knees. Just a gentle twist or spiral in the upper body, with a weight leaning into the outer left shoulder, left side of the head. No effort needed. We completely drop in here. Gradually bringing that right hand back next to your face and release that left arm from underneath. As you come up, we find a moment in a kneeling position, and I slide a block between my heels so I sit myself up on something. I'm taking a moment to land here, feel the spine tall. I'm going to use a bit of a myofascial release technique now. Locate your left collarbone. Underneath that collarbone, place your right hand, and then place your left hand on top. We gently push now into the tissues and slightly down. So ever so gently, you lean your head over to the right and back. You want to feel a little bit of a gentle pull on those tissues in the throat towards the left side. Might loosen the jaw a little and just feel that tugging sensation. And then you release, return to center. Do the same for the other side. Locate your right collarbone. Place your left hand underneath that collarbone. Right hand on top. Gently pushing in and down as you lean the head back and towards the left. So here, loosening up through the jaw. A breath to feel that in the tissues before you return. Now, after freeing up some space here in the front seam of the neck and throat, we come back forward into that tabletop position. I place my block here to my left side and then take that right arm up and thread back of right hand underneath that left arm. Come to rest on outer right shoulder, right side of the head. The hips stay high. And I wander my left hand back onto that block and I'll stretch it over my head. Feel free to keep the hand on the floor or even closer to your face. And then we settle in. Not a massive movement, no effort required. Just a gentle spiral in that upper body. And we know that this is enough. Because in this practice, less is more. Give yourself just 2 more rounds of breath. And then we slowly release the shape. You come back up. We find a child's pose, and you're welcome to use some prop like a bolster to rest over. But you might as well just rest on the mat. The knees can be as wide as you like, and the seat is now really heavy, sinking back over the heels. The shoulders can relax and soften. A moment to soften the spine as well. If you're resting over a bolster like I do, you might want to turn the head the other way to even that out. Taking just 2 more rounds of breath here. Let that whole body exhale. And gently finding your way back up. We put the props out of the way, turn around onto the back side, hands lean behind you, a gentle windscreen wipe of the knees here. Then recline onto our backs, find the earth, the body settles. We now bend the knees and bring them up towards the chest. I will wrap my left leg over the right and then bring my legs all the way over to the right for a twisted roots. Now, if that twist in the legs or the bind in the legs is a bit too strong, feel free to loosen that and stack both knees on top of each other. For this to be a twist, you want to have those shoulder blades grounding you down to the ground. The arms open wide to that letter T. And maybe the palms shine up towards the heaven. The whole body heavy, soft, and sinking. The only thing moving is that breath, that gentle and effortless breath, in and out the nose. A moment to feel that space across the chest. A moment to notice the sensation around your lower back in that gentle twist. A twist is always like a wringing out all stale energy or debris. And we return to center. And once you return to center and the body is in a bit of a symmetrical shape again, all new energy is being pulled into those tissues that were just squeezed before. Give yourself a moment here at center. And then we take the other side. So you might choose to wrap that right leg over the left and come with the knees over to the left for your twist. You might choose to stack the knees on top of each other instead. Allow the shoulder blades to sink towards the ground. The arms to open wide to that letter T. Palms shining up. Couple more moments to truly land here. No need to hold on to anything. Instead, letting go of any unnecessary tension. Know that this practice is intended to be slow, soft. In those moments, we can truly create some space in the body. And maybe also in the mind. few more moments here in stillness. Taking just 2 more rounds of breath. Feel that across the chest. And then eventually we return again to center. Allow the left and the right side of the body to realign. Now this is our final rebound. A moment to pause, to be, to return. Now with the next rounds of breath, we invite some gentle movement back into the fingers, maybe the toes. We then start to roll over one side and gradually make it up into a comfortable seat. Belly soft, face relaxed. You might place one hand on the belly and one on the heart. From here, I say thank you for your practice. I hope you feel a bit more spacious and at ease. Goodbye for now.